G'day everyone, this adventure starts in the hills at this small dam on the edge of a pine plantation. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. A while back I was up in the hills doing a bit of wildlife and landscape photography with my wife, and I stumbled across this little dam on the edge of a pine plantation. And I said to my wife, I must come back when the weather's a bit warmer and see if there's any yabbies in there. So today's the day I come back. The dam doesn't tick all the boxes. The water's actually quite clear. I like really dirty water when I'm yabbying. I can't see many yabby holes, although I can see a few. Looks like there's an old yabby hole just there. Whether they're fresh or old, I don't know. I'm not sold on the dam. But anyway, I've got my two collapsible bait traps. I've got them baited up with a bit of old steak. We had our power went off for about 7 hours recently, and I've got a bit of steak that I wasn't game enough to eat. So I put it in the freezer and saved it for a yabbying adventure. So I've got those two bait traps baited up with that off steak. I'm going to put them in here. Then I'm going to head off and see if I can find one of the elusive trout. They've been very hard to find this trout season. And I'll come back and check these nets here after dark. And I might even go for a little drive and see if I can find a reptile or something to photograph. Let's just have an afternoon in the bush. Let's throw the nets in and head off on our next adventure. I love these kind of adventures when you've got no real plans. Just play it by ear. Righto. How deep is it out there? Is it deep enough? Oh, is that all? Gee whiz, it's just like a big puddle. No, there's not going to be anything in here, I don't think. Well, can I get it out further? Well, it's a little bit deeper out there. At least it's deep enough to bury the net. That's a start. Right, I'm on the opposite side of the dam here. You might have noticed when I threw that other netting, what I often do with these nets is just put them in like that to make them wet. When they're wet, they're a bit heavier. Just makes them a bit easier to throw. That's sinking down a bit. I can just make out the green. It's not very deep. Well, this could be an epic fail. They're both in, it's not very deep, but you never know. I'll never know whether there's yabbies in here unless I try. It's 2:45. I'll come back in about 5 hours and check them like David Beckham. Let's go and see if we can find a trout. The creek's just in here. Right, well, I'm at the creek. I've got to be very careful where I put my feet because it's a very snaky kind of a day today. Sort of low to mid-20s, barely a cloud in the sky, just beautiful. The water is very low and very clear. That's going to make it really hard. I'm going to have to be very, just move nice and slow. Should be a big spider. There you go, over that way, mate. It's gone downstream. Oh, I should get through here. Oh, bloody hell, snag. I spent the next hour or more walking up this stream, fishing some glorious, lovely pools, and I did not see any fish. There were no fish to be seen, and then I came across a big log jam. And I contemplated leaving. I thought maybe I should turn around, the fishing's dead. But I decided to climb over the log jam, and I'm glad I did, because then this happened. I'm through. There's a little one following. Got him. I've got one. I've got. Oh, he got off. No. Oh, I've walked for ages. I've climbed log jams. I've wrestled with lions. I've bush bashed. And I finally hooked one about 2 centimetres longer than the lure. And I was getting super excited, and then it got off. I had a near trout experience with a brown trout about 10 centimetres long. See those rings up there? I just saw a fish rise. Don't know how big it was, but a fish just rose up there. What that means is that there waves following my lure there? I don't think so. What that means is that there is a fish feeding up there. If I could cast over, I might go from here, but this tree's in the way. I'll go from here and see how I go. That's just landed near where the fish rose. Oh, did something touch it? Something did touch it. Look at the waves coming. Look at the waves. Something's following it. Well, this is going to be a rather wet experience, I think. That water is actually very refreshing. It's actually very refreshing and very deep. Deep and refreshing. Wow, the fact that there's not a fish in there is just amazing. I just saw a small fish swim through this next pool, only about 15 centimetres long. I think I've spooked it. Oh, it did come out. I didn't spook it. It followed my lure. I was just about to say, I think I spooked it, so it probably won't. Oh, a little one came out and hit it.
I think I spooked it, so it probably won't. Oh, a little one came out and hit it.
One came out and hit it. There was one in there after all. Oh, and another strike. Well, to say that the trout fishing is really bad at the moment is an understatement. It's just horrible. I've been fishing for ages. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back to the car and then try and find some other adventure. I know I can go way up there, but I'm going to try and find an easier way. Well, I put my line in the Blackfish hole and the Jan Jackworm said, God bless my soul. Oh no, I'm in trouble. See you later, mate. I'm about to get eaten. Oh, not going to get eaten up in the tree. Didn't do very well with that cast. Maybe I need to just slide that split shot sinker down a little bit. Put the sinker closer to the worm. The closer to the end of the line the weight is, the easier it is to cast. Me first bite, me first bite. Come on, I've got to catch some kind of a fish today. I missed him. I missed him. I missed him. He'll come back. If it's a blackfish, he'll be back. If that was a blackfish, he'll be back. The trout fishing was a disaster. The first check of the yabby nets wasn't overly good. I've been sitting here for about probably an hour 20, and haven't had a single nibble. I actually just had a bite. I just got too excited and struck too fast, I think. Beautiful whipbirds, I love that sound. They're comeback fish. I just had a really big bite and he's still there. The line's just gone really slack. Has he got that? Yes, I've got one. I've got one. I've got one. I've caught a fish today. I've actually caught a fish today. It's only a little weeny blackfish, but I'm going to get a photo of it. I'm on the board. I'm actually on the board. Right, lovely blackfish. See you later, mate. I am on the board. I've got to tell you, all jokes aside, the fishing is slow, but just sitting here, listening to these whipbirds is just amazing. I just had a nibble. I've moved my line. I gave it a few seconds in there and nothing happened, so I've just moved it downstream. There it goes again. Something's biting that straight away, you know. I can only just see the line in this low light. There it goes. Something's picking at it nearly straight away. I'm going to hold it because I can barely see anything. Got him. Oh, number 2. I don't know whether I got the hook up then. It all happened a bit quick. Where's my camera? I'll get another photo. Oh, oops, forgot to film the release. Or am I still filming? I'm still filming. See you later, mate. Right, I'm fishing under a red light here so as to try not to spook the fish. The problem is, if I've got the red light on my head, it means I haven't got the GoPro on my head. What I might do is I'll cast my line in, turn the light off and put the GoPro on my head and just hold my rod, and I can feel for bites. Well, that wasn't very nice. That wasn't very Sigma, as Holly would say. Oops. That wasn't very Sigma either. My camera fell on the ground. Right, turn the red light off. Untangle me head strap. Right, put the head strap on. That wasn't kind of worked. There's a bite already. Got him! I've already caught one. Oh, gee, that didn't take long. Right, I'll get a photo. Right, Blackfish, see you later, mate. Gone. I'm fishing under a red light here, hoping that the red light doesn't scare the fish like the bright light seems to do. I can see a bite, even with the red light shining on the torch. There it goes. There it goes, nibbling. Got him. Put the torch down on my knee. Reel the fish in if he's still on there. He's still on there and he's very small, this one. Look at a red light photo. What do you reckon? A red light photo of my fish. Right now, a red light release. Go on. Right, put a fresh worm on. I'll try and catch one more and then that'll do. I'm just itching to see whether I've got any yabbies in my net. Janjuck worms, limited red edition. Limited edition red punnet. Righto, see if I can catch one more. In the red light district. Just had a nice bite. Got him. He's small. The smallest one of the night. Oh, I've got a photo with the others, so I might as well get a photo with this. Right, I've got my O-light on full brightness. Little blackfish. I've got a bug on the camera. Little blackfish. See you later, mate. Gone. That blood on my fingers is from me. I nipped myself with the hook. Let's go and check the yabby nets. Stupid moths. As soon as I turned the light on bright, all the bugs turned up. They weren't there when it was on red. You're not going to believe this. I've had wood ducks flying over the whole time I've been here. Every 10 minutes or so, a pair of wood ducks will fly really close. Now I've just worked out why. Check this out. Hello, little cutie. I'm not going to hurt you. You may have heard the saying lucky duck. Well, this is the perfect example of a lucky duck. It's lucky I didn't stand on it walking backwards and forwards to the car. The tiny weeny baby wood duck. Now I know where they were flying around. Hopefully as soon as I leave they come back. I reckon they will. There go some ducks. Gee, finding this place in the dark was a work of art. Right, I put my camera down while I check the net. Right. What have we got? Nothing but a few tadpoles. There's a tadpole up on the top there, look. He's just starting to grow his back legs. Come mate, turn into a frog. Rightio, time for the last net. And I'm not feeling optimistic. Nothing at all. Nothing. Completely empty. Well, I'm back at the dam where I started. I caught no yabbies. I caught no trout. I didn't see any snakes or lizards to film, which is something I enjoy doing. But I did catch a few blackfish. Praise God for blackfish. I've got to tell you though, I've had a wonderful afternoon. I just love being up here in the hills. I love the high country. I love being in the hills and I've had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for watching.